Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I would like to read an article entitled "It's Time to Repeal the Jones Act." The state's misguided attempts to bolster the US shipping industry ultimately harm American consumers. The Dispatch reported today that according to a set of FOIA documents from the Maritime Administrations, I and my colleague, past and present, along with the entire Cato Institute staffs, should be charged with reason for criticizing the Jones Act. While that statement was likely a one-off clip, the actual costs associated with protectionism and cronyism are nothing to joke about. In light of the Maritime Administration's apparent suggestions, it seems there is no better time to yet again demonstrate the unfair and counterproductive nature of the Jones Act. Before I do, let me say that I'm forever grateful for the tremendous work that scholars at the Cato Institute have done and continues to do to expose the Jones Act's many flaws. Colin Grabo and his co-authors have produced tens of thousands of words on every single aspect of the Jones Act. A special mention goes also to Scotland Seacombe, who more than anyone has made fighting the Jones Act hip on Twitter. Other scholars have worked on this effort, of course. For instance, in 2018, the Mercator Center published a piece by Thomas Grenes called An Economic Analysis of the Jones Act, urging the reform of a law that imposed large losses on American consumers. My Mercedes College Arden Abbott and Andrew Mercado also recently published a policy brief that declines the negative economic effect of the Jones Act and debunks the justifications for its retentions. One of the most important findings in this paper is that whereas some may perceive that market concentration in the ocean-based shipping industry because of the small number of firms operating in the market, the real concentration story exists in monopolized market around the country where the Jones Act has eliminated competitions and shielded local firms from international market forces. Adding the Jones Act will go a long way to address this issue. This conclusion is shared across ideological lines. For instance, after the devastations of Puerto Rico by the hurricane line, former Obama administration Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers wrote a Twitter thread about the need to get rid of the act. Summers rightly explained that there is no better time to do it right now. The Jones Act is detestable because it perfectly embodies the inefficiencies and injustices of protectionism, unfair regulations, and cronyism. Eliminating the state will not only increasing economic efficiency, it will help to annul the unhealthy marriage between special interests and government, and in doing so, it will also reduce inequality before the law and the scandalous capture of government officials by unions and other cronies. The Jones Act is a 102 years old federal measure that aims to promote and maintain the American marine fleet for commercial and defense purposes. To achieve this goal, it restricts to waterborne transmigration of cargo within the U.S. to vessels that are U.S. flagged, U.S. built, at least 75% U.S. crewed, and at least 75% U.S. owned. The concentrate result are that a foreign ship can enter a U.S. port to drop off its foreign cargo. It can even from the sail to different U.S. ports to drop off under foreign goods, but is not allowed to pick up any domestic good in an U.S. port and bring those goods to another U.S. destinations if it doesn't doesn't meet the four conditions listed above. Since 1920, these status have been justified as a means of bolstering the U.S. maritime industry for purpose of national security. Indeed, by trying to protect domestic seabuilder from foreign competition, the Jones Act jacks up the cost of domestic shipping in the U.S. This consequence is unfortunate but not unexpected. Competition encourages producers to innovate both in the product they offer to consumers and its the production processes. By denying American business access to the best shipping option, the Jones Act pushed transportations to the Northeast coast 3 times more than shipping oil from Africa to the Northeast, an extra cost paid by U.S. consumers. Grander's study also finds that for every $1 gained by U.S. sailors, shipbuilders, and carriers as a result of the Act, U.S. consumers lose more than $1, resulting in net loss. The U.S. Maritime Administration last published annual data on U.S. shipyards in 2004 and noted there were 89 shipyards, including 4 public shipyards, 9 active yards, 15 shipyards built positions that have not produced a ship in 2 years. The Jones Act and the reductions in demand that it triggered has not prevented and in fact probably caused the ensure of 300 domestic shipyards since the early 1980s. The lack of U.S. shipbuilding has meant a significantly damaged ability to transport military equipment and supplies. The Jones Act, like a worn-out and leaky vessel, should be scrapped. It unsurprising that the Trump administration with its outdated protection theories didn't get rid of it. But Trump is no longer in the White House. Joe Biden is, and before Trump were President Obama, Bush, and Clinton. So why haven't any of their predecessors repealed this law? The answer is obvious. Politicians cater to their special interest friend in the trucking and rail industries. They benefit from the high cost of shipping by sea and the maritime unions and shipbuilders. No tongue-in-cheek accusations of treason will change the economic fact. It is time to put an end to this monument to cronyism and special interest politics. So that's all the article. Bye bye and see you on my next video. Bye.